Good Monday morning. Breaking news overnight. The war in the Middle East intensifies.
A new round of punishing strikes with more nations drawn into the fight. It's March 2nd. This is Today. On edge. Overnight, fresh attacks across the Middle East. Dramatic new video showing a U.S. warplane plunging out of the sky. One of 3 fighter jets shot down in what the U.S. military is calling a friendly fire incident. The Pentagon says it's hit more than 1,000 targets inside Iran with no end in sight.
Combat operations continue at this time in full force.
Iran striking back, claiming the lives of multiple U.S. service members. All of it rattling global markets and sending oil prices soaring. The impact soon to be felt at the pump. We're live in the region and at the White House with the very latest. Terror ties?
I've just been flagged down. Somebody advising there's a active shooter.
New details about that mass shooting at a crowded bar in Austin. The FBI investigating it as possible terrorism, with sources saying the suspect wore a shirt with an Iranian flag.
It was really scary because the shooter was walking towards me.
Survivors speaking out as we learn about the fast response that likely saved lives. We're live in Texas. Prayers for Nancy.
There's still a lot of hope out there.
A vigil marking 1 month since Savannah's mom disappeared. The challenge is facing investigators as they pore over thousands of hours of video, including this vehicle seen speeding away that night, as officials wait on critical DNA evidence. We're live in Tucson. Bundle up for now. March coming in like a lion with tens of millions waking up to a blast of bitter cold. Temperatures up to 15 degrees below normal with fresh snow falling. But a major rebound is on the horizon. Al's tracking all of it. Those stories, plus making a scene.
The actor goes to
SAG's Actor Awards, honoring the best of movies and television. A night filled with laughs.
I'm here to receive a prize for being alive.
Special tributes.
Catherine O'Hara, the studio.
And surprise reunions. We'll have all the Hollywood highlights. And holy matrimony. A Chicago couple forced to cancel their dream wedding in Mexico at the very last moment.
We really just need your help.
That call answered in a big way.
This is one of those weddings that I will always remember.
How a team of strangers stepped up with a few days' notice to pull off a once-in-a-lifetime ceremony for the happy couple, and we'll celebrate them when they join us live today, Monday, March 2nd, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. Thank you so much for starting your Monday with us. Hoda is in for Savannah while she remains with her family in Arizona. We want to get right to that breaking news, the latest out of the Middle East. Overnight, 3 U.S. warplanes crashing.
This video here emerging just a short time ago showing one of those planes on fire, slowly spiraling to the ground. The military says all crew members survived, and the jets were actually shot down by Kuwaiti forces in a friendly fire incident.
All of it comes as President Trump warns the operations in Iran could take several weeks, and there could be more American casualties after Iranian strikes killed 3 U.S. troops.
Here in the U.S., the war already rocking the market, sending oil prices soaring. All eyes this morning on the impact at the pump.
Lots to get to this Monday morning. A lot of questions as well. We've got it all covered. We'll start with NBC's Richard Engel. He is in Israel. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. I am in the town of Beit Shemesh, which is outside of Jerusalem, in a residential area that took a direct hit by an Iranian ballistic missile. And you can see how much damage a single missile can do, as we're learning more this morning about those aircraft that were shot down in a friendly fire incident in Kuwait and the first American casualties of this war. This morning, 3 American fighter jets crashing in Kuwait. U.S. officials saying the crews all survived and that the jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses in a friendly fire incident during active combat with Iran. It is also in Kuwait where the United States suffered its first casualties in this rapidly expanding war. 2 U.S. officials telling NBC News yesterday that at least 3 American service members were killed and 5 seriously wounded by an Iranian attack. President Trump acknowledged the deaths and said the war would continue until all its objectives are achieved.
We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
Israel and the United States are pounding Iran around the clock, targeting its military and leadership, killing Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The Pentagon saying the U.S. so far has hit around 1,000 targets. And there are civilian casualties. Iran says more than 100 were killed in a strike on a girls' school in Iran. The U.S. military says it's looking into the report. And in Israel, at least 9 people were killed by an Iranian ballistic missile in the town of Beit Shemesh, outside of Jerusalem. Iran is firing at Israel and across the Middle East. Bahrain, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates among the countries that reported new attacks just this morning. An oil tanker set on fire off the coast of Oman. And now the pro-Iranian militant group Hezbollah has joined the war as well, firing rockets overnight from Lebanon into northern Israel. Israel returning fire, killing several dozen people, according to Lebanon's health ministry. And there are some emerging signs that this conflict could spiral out of control. In Baghdad yesterday, and Iran has tremendous amount of influence in Iraq, large pro-Iranian crowds tried to storm the so-called Green Zone and swarm the U.S. Embassy. Craig?
Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Ingleforth, there in Israel. Richard, thank you.
This morning, President Trump is back in Washington as his administration prepares to brief Congress on the attacks this week. The president speaking with NBC News over the weekend, offering more details on the timing and goals of the strikes. NBC's Garrett Hakes covering all of it for us from his post there at the White House. Hey, Garrett, good morning.
Good morning, Hoda. The president told reporters over the weekend he's satisfied with the pace and the effectiveness of U.S. strikes so far. And he said he believes that the war he kicked off overnight Saturday could last 4 to 5 weeks, and that it's running ahead of schedule. And this morning, we're learning more about the opportunity the administration saw in ordering these strikes after nuclear talks with Iran hit a wall late last week.
President Trump back at the White House this morning after a weekend overseeing the strikes on Iran from his Mar-a-Lago home.
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved.
2 sources briefed on the matter tell NBC News that the attack was launched Saturday after months of close coordination with Israel and weeks of negotiations with Iran, because intelligence showed that Iran's supreme leader would be at a meeting with several of his deputies, offering the opportunity to kill many of the regime's top leaders at once. The president telling NBC News in a phone interview Sunday that the operation in Iran was, quote, ahead of schedule, and that one acceptable outcome would be decapitating the regime, a process well underway with the killing of Khamenei Saturday. Asked by NBC News why he ultimately decided to order the strikes, the president said of Iran, quote, they weren't willing to say they will not have a nuclear weapon. Very simple. Iran has long insisted their nuclear program is only for civilian purposes.
These actions are right and they are necessary.
The administration had told reporters this weekend that Iran posed an imminent threat to the U.S. But NBC News now learning the Pentagon told Congress there was no intelligence to suggest Iran was planning to strike U.S. forces, according to a source with direct knowledge. In the U.S. over the weekend, some taking to the streets to support the strikes, while political reaction in Washington mostly breaking along partisan lines, ahead of classified briefings for lawmakers set for tomorrow.
The mothership of terrorism is sinking. The captain is dead. Well done, President Trump.
My sense is that they did not go into this with any kind of strategic plan.
Members of Congress are hoping to get some of the answers about what comes next in classified briefings set for Tuesday. And Democrats say they plan to force votes in both chambers on the War Powers Act this week. But with Republicans closely backing President Trump thus far, those votes are unlikely to lead to any serious restrictions on the president's conduct of this war. Hoda?
All right, Garrett Haake for us there at the White House. Garrett, thank you.
Let's get some perspective on what comes next from Jeremy Bash, who served as chief of staff at both the Defense Department and the CIA. Kristen Walker also with us, of course, moderator of Meet the Press. Good morning to both of you. Jeremy, we'll start with you. President Trump says this is an operation that could last 4 to 5 weeks. What can we expect during that time period? And also, Jeremy, what's the end game here?
Hey, Craig. So job one is to take out those Iranian ballistic missile launchers, those one-way attack drones, and the factories and the munitions elements that actually supply those to decimate Iran's ability to hold at risk U.S. forces and our allies and partners in the region. We also have to take out Iran's Navy, because Navy ships could lay mines in the Straits of Hormuz, where 20% of the oil production of the world pass through. So America and our allies and partners have to worry about Iran's Navy. And third is the nuclear infrastructure. We can't, I think, get out of this operation and declare mission accomplished unless Iran's nuclear infrastructure is decimated.
Jeremy, the fighting has spread in the Middle East. There was a hotel in Dubai that was hit, the airport in Kuwait, another hotel in Bahrain, and on and on. Are U.S. troops in the region at risk there? And what do you see happening there in the Middle East as a whole?
They are definitely at risk, Hoda. We're at war, and in the fog of war, you see things like friendly fire incidents where U.S. pilots were downed by our own allies and partners from Kuwait. Obviously, we need to engage in better deconfliction in the region. We have to protect not only our bases and our troops, but also our embassies, our consulates, and the civilians, the Americans who are there working and who are living overseas. So there is a lot of force protection that has to be done. This war could spread. It could spread to northern Israel and Lebanon and many other fronts.
Kristen, let's bring you in here. You talked to President Trump over the weekend by phone. What did he tell you about the timing, about the calculations that are being made here?
Well, Craig, based on my conversations with President Trump himself and also senior administration officials, look, there were a number of key factors that went into striking Iran. The president argued Iran wanted to reconstitute its nuclear weapons program with the goal of hitting as far as the United States. Secondly, U.S. officials just didn't believe Iran was serious about making a deal to end its nuclear enrichment program. The president kept saying he hasn't heard those magic words yet. And finally, U.S. officials believed they had the window and the intelligence to strike Iranian leadership. But look, here's the challenge. In my conversation with the president over the weekend, I asked him what the plan is to replace the current regime. He said that's up to the Iranian people, and he has yet to clearly lay out a strategy for what comes next. I think you're going to see pressure from Democrats and even Republicans, Craig and Hoda, to officially make his case to Congress and the American people there.
Yeah, Kristen, let's talk politics for a second. Congressional Republicans are largely behind, but those in the MAGA movement are divided. So what are the political implications here?
Well, Hoda, we're already starting to see a sharp divide in the reaction to this decision. While, as you say, many congressional Republicans are supportive, you saw Senator Lindsey Graham there argue this would make the world safer. Former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene wrote this. Fascinating. She says, quote, "We said no more foreign wars, no more regime change. We said it on rally stage after rally stage, speech after speech. Trump, Vance, basically the entire administration campaigned on it and promised to put America first and make America great again." Remember, going back to 2016, President Trump vowed to get the U.S. out of foreign wars, to get out of regime change. This is now the second time he's attempted regime change in a matter of just months. And the backdrop to this, Republicans fighting to hold on to both chambers of Congress. Could this depress turnout amongst the MAGA base? Zoom out a little bit. Take a look at this poll. Only 27% approve of the strikes, 43% disapprove, 29% undecided, Hoda and Craig.
All right. Kristen Welker, thank you. Jeremy Bash, thank you as well.
Thanks, guys. The attacks on Iran are already having an impact on the economy. Fears over the global oil supply sent prices soaring overnight. NBC News senior business correspondent Christine Romans joins us now. This is a major oil hub. So when might we feel the impact of this, Christine?
In a matter of days. We're looking at oil prices this morning surging here around the world, and it's a pretty dramatic move. And you're seeing stock index futures, stock markets down around the world because of the risk of a prolonged crisis, war in the Middle East. Look at there, the Strait of Hormuz, 20% of global oil goes through there. And our sources are telling us you have dozens and dozens of ships that are now anchored, not moving through here, concerned about potential violence in this region. So restricting supplies is something that sends these oil prices up. So if you see $10 a barrel for crude, an additional $10 a barrel of crude, that's about 25 cents more what you would pay at the pump. And that can happen in a matter of 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So watching that very carefully here. We do know that the OPEC Plus group of producing nations, about 50% of oil production they account for. They have said they're going to raise production starting next month. That is a tacit nod that there could be some disruption, potentially some higher prices here. But I'll tell you, the gas price story had been a good part of the affordability story in the United States, a rare good bright spot in the affordability story. We'll watch very carefully to see how quickly those gas prices rise from a current level of just about $2.99, $3 a gallon, how quickly gas prices will rise. It depends on what happens next, how long this lasts, and how wide it spreads.
All right, Christine Romans. Christine, thank you.
You're welcome.
This morning, a mass shooting in Texas is being investigated as a possible act of terrorism. 2 people were killed, more than 24 more hurt after a gunman opened fire at a crowded bar in Austin this weekend. NBC's Priscilla Thompson live from the scene there in Texas. Priscilla, good morning.
Craig, good morning. That shooting happened early Sunday morning at this bar just minutes before closing. Witnesses describe hearing people screaming and seeing people running for their lives as a barrage of bullets rang out. This morning, the FBI is on the scene investigating a deadly mass shooting in a popular Austin nightlife area.
What is going on?
I've just been flagged down. Somebody advising there's a active shooter.
2 people were killed and 14 others injured when a gunman opened fire on Buford's Beer Garden early Sunday morning. 4 sources familiar with the investigation now identifying the suspect as a 53-year-old naturalized U.S. citizen from Senegal with possible mental health issues.
Close it. Hey, close the doors.
I heard people screaming, people running from this side over here.
The alleged shooter seen wearing a Property of Allah sweatshirt, according to multiple sources, and a shirt with an Iranian flag emblem underneath. Authorities are now trying to determine if this was an act of terrorism.
It's still way too early in the process to determine an exact motivation, but there were indicators that on the subject and in his vehicle that indicate potential nexus to terrorism.
Police say they arrived in under a minute.
It was really scary because the shooter was walking towards me.
Nathan Como had just left the bar and watched as police rushed in, killing the gunman. How did you feel?
I just felt shock. When I look back on it, I'm like, oh my God, like if I walked out of that bar 5 minutes later, I would have been on the patio instead of those other victims.
And police have not yet publicly identified the victims, but witnesses tell us that this was a bar that was popular among college students. And we know that those 14 injured were taken to local hospitals, 3 of them in critical condition. But police this morning really crediting that 55 to 57 second response with saving lives.
All right, a quick response indeed. All right, Priscilla Thompson there for us in Texas. Priscilla, thank you.
All right, what do you say we switch gears, shall we? Let's go to Mr. Roker and get a check of the weather. Hey,
good morning,
Al.
guys, and good morning to you. And we're hoping for the folks in the Northeast, this is going to be our last gasp of winter. Right now, it feels like 1 in Binghamton, 9 in Cleveland, 3 in Boston, 10 here in New York City with those wind chills. We've also got a system that's going to be pushing east. It's bringing snow into parts of Indiana on into Pittsburgh. We're talking also rain and snow, icing conditions, heavier rain from St. Louis to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Snow, not a big deal, but the ice through Wednesday, we're worried about that. Down from Cincinnati, Johnstown, PA, Roanoke to Hartford, there could be slick conditions over the next 24 hours with this cold air, but then warmer air starts to push its way in. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
I'm indeed a lucky guy. Lucky to have found my people. Lucky to have work that challenges me. Lucky to still be doing it. And I don't take that for granted.
We are back now, 7:30, with an emotional and grateful speech from Hollywood icon Harrison Ford there. Mr. Ford receiving the Life Achievement Award at last night's Actor Awards. We're going to hear from him and some of the other big winners as well, coming up in Pop Star.
Beautiful speech.
Yeah, it was a nice speech. Well, the winners and losers coming up in just a little bit. But first, we'll start this half hour with the very latest on the search for Nancy Guthrie. Yesterday marking exactly 1 month since Savannah's mom has been taken from her home. And 4 weeks later, there's still just so many questions about what happened.
Yeah, investigators are working several leads, including neighborhood surveillance footage and DNA found at the home. NBC's Liz Kreutz has been covering all of this from the very beginning, and she joins us once again there in Tucson. Liz, good morning.
Hi, Hoda. Hi, guys. Good morning to all of you. It really is heartening to see how many people continue to send their love and support to Savannah and her family. We actually did that drive between Nancy's home and that home where that car drove by around the time of Nancy's kidnapping. While we don't know if it was the abductors, the timing does roughly line up. We also went inside a forensics lab to learn more about why processing that mixed DNA is so complicated.
This morning, Tucson marking 1 month since Nancy Guthrie went missing.
There's still a lot of hope out there.
4 weeks later, investigators still trying to piece together the unbearable mystery. According to FBI crime data, kidnappings involving seniors over the age of 80 are extremely rare, fewer than 1% of all abductions. Investigators continue to work several leads, including the thousands of hours of footage amassed, like that Ring camera video obtained by Fox News Digital showing a car driving past a home 2.5 miles away around the time Nancy Guthrie was abducted. According to the sheriff, Nancy's pacemaker disconnected at 2:28 a.m. The car in the Ring footage drove by this house 8 minutes later at 2:36 a.m. Google Maps says the drive between the two homes is 7 minutes. We did it ourselves, and it took us just over 6 minutes.
The abductors have probably burned all their clothes. They've got rid of the car, but they can't get rid of video evidence that's in a neighbor's house, and that's a couple of miles away. So that's good. That's good evidence. Better evidence? Let's find some DNA.
Arizona State University forensic science professor April Stonehouse is an expert in mixed DNA, like the sample believed to be found at Nancy's home.
When the sheriff says that the lab is facing some challenges, what do you think that means?
I think that means that there are potentially items of evidence that maybe don't have a lot of DNA on them to begin with.
She says it's very possible the mixture is mostly DNA of just one person.
Let's say 90% of the DNA comes from the victim and only 10% is from the suspect. Then what they can potentially do is go back and rerun that sample and add more DNA, hoping to bring up the signal from the suspect's profile. But there's no guarantee.
Meanwhile, outside the station where Savannah once worked, a growing number of messages of love and hope.
Why is it important for you to come and sign this wall? Because I'm a Tucsonan and I'm a mother, and it's heartbreaking.
Liz, let's talk about that detail, that car that drove by that appeared to be speeding away. What else did police glean from that piece of video?
Yeah, well, Hoda, I think it's important for all of us to remember right now that this is just one piece of video out of thousands of hours of footage investigators are looking at, most of which has not been made public. That said, what I can tell you from doing the drive is that while it is definitely not the fastest way out of Nancy's neighborhood, it is a route that would avoid the biggest intersections. And while the timing wasn't exact, given there's a lot of unknowns right now, we don't know what route they could have taken or how long it would have taken them to get out of the home. It isn't out of the realm of possibility. The timing would line up, and we do know that it is part of the investigation. Hoda.
All right, Liz, thank you so much. And as always, if you have any information, any that could be helpful, please call this number, the FBI's tip line. It is 1-800-CALL-FBI.
And again, a reminder, there's a $1 million reward that is being offered by the family, and you can report any information anonymously. Yeah. Anonymously.
New month, new hope, too. All right, guys, coming up, we're going to take a turn and welcome a very special guest into Studio 1A. There's the hardware.
Yes, Olympic gold medal winner Alyssa Liu just made history in Milan, and she is here to tell us all about that golden moment, and we'll talk about what she's got planned next. But first, these messages. Man.
Come on.
Hoda, she goes on to win.
I know. What happens at
Hoda
the
watches
end?
it like she's singing for the first time.
By the way, that was the moment, man. That was the moment we're never going to forget from the Milan Cortina Olympics. That was that stunning performance by the newly crowned Olympic champion, Alyssa Liu.
Wow, that is so good. She became, of course, the first American woman in 24 years to win the figure skating singles event. Alyssa also helped the U.S. secure gold for the team event as well.
All of it, capping off an incredible comeback. Just 4 years ago, you may recall, she retired at the age of 16. And she's here with us this morning. She brought the hardware.
Come on, girl.
Congratulations. Congrats. It's been a whirlwind, I would imagine, since Milan. But to Carson's point, the first American woman to do it in more than 20 years. Have you been able to take it all in yet? All the love that you've gotten since you brought those medals home?
I think so. I've been getting so much more love, too. Like, it's just continuing. So I don't know. It's a lot, but I'm really grateful.
Oh, my gosh. Going into this thing, I know that you had this very carefree attitude. And I remembered watching you thinking, this is so beautiful. But what happens on the day that she's competing? So when you were going out there and you were skating, it was just before you were about to go. What do you say to yourself? What do you do to keep this kind of chill demeanor?
I mean, I tell myself to breathe, because breathing is so important throughout the program, because we're so stamina-based. So I got a little technique with it. And then, I don't know, I'm feeling the energy of the audience, so I don't really need to tell myself much more.
You're just smiling through the whole thing, kind of like now.
So much part of these performances is the music. I'm a big music guy. And I wondered for you, like, you know, you did Stateside in the exhibition was playing, and then the Donna Summer song. I mean, the research on Spotify is like, these songs now have blown up like 215%. Like, what is that like that you're sort of affecting the fate of artists out there?
I don't know. I still can't believe it, to be honest. So.
Is there a song that you have in your mind now that you hear that you want to skate to?
Fire in My Heart has been like stuck in my head.
Boom, up 250%.
Right there, you just did it.
I'm playing.
It's been cleared. You own it.
Okay. Perfect.
Hoda made a good point earlier when we were talking about you. It's just the joy that you seem to have when you're out there on the ice. You don't really seem to be in your head as much as some of the athletes. Quite the free spirit on the skis. Where does that come from? What was that born from?
I don't know. I guess I'm okay if I mess up and do a horrible program. You know, I would totally be okay with that, actually. Yeah. So there's nothing to be nervous about.
I think one of the best parts of you, which I love the most, next to watching you win, or almost equal to, is your reaction when other people win. I mean, when I can't remember her name, but when she got bronze, you were jumping with her. You had just learned you won gold, and you held her hands, and you two were jumping together. And I thought, you're like a girl's girl. So what's your kind of philosophy about that part of sports?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like bare minimum. You know, she is very new to the senior circuit, and so I was just really happy for her because that's her first Olympics. She's only 17. Like, oh, and she's so cute, and she did so well. Like, I don't know. And she was really happy, and so I felt really happy for her, too.
I mean, I think one of the great traits is if you can cheer for someone and be genuinely happy as you are for yourself, you have that baked in. I think you added to the karma bank, girl.
I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what sport is.
It should be, right?
Like, doing our best, pushing ourselves together.
And celebrating everyone.
Exactly.
When you're not on the ice, when you're not winning medals for Team USA Milan, what are you doing? Like, what are Alyssa's hobbies, her interests?
Hang out with my friends, being with my siblings. I'm an older sister, so, you know, I got some duties.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have, by the way?
I have 4 younger siblings, 3 sisters and a brother.
I saw the whole group there in Milan. That was a fun group right after you won. Wow.
When you think about, like, so much of your comeback was kind of predicated on the idea that you were going to do things like on your own terms. When you look back now at the success and getting the medals, do you think you could have gotten to this point any other way?
Hell no. Definitely not. I'm really glad with how it all turned out, and I'm glad I could show 3 incredible programs that I'm really proud of on the Olympic stage. That's all I can ask for.
Has that hairstyle caught on? I feel like it's going to be a thing among people.
I mean, I just hope I inspire people to do whatever they want with their
Wait, don't you add a stripe
That's it.
soon?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, end of December. So
End of December.
I got some time.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah, there's a math to it.
Yeah.
I missed
There's
that
a
part.
math.
What is? Give me the math, just really
Wait,
quick.
so I add another bleach ring every end of December.
Okay.
That's how old we know Alyssa is, like a tree.
Like a tree.
You count the
I'm
rings.
only 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just learned something.
Alyssa, we love you. Congratulations.
Alyssa.
Awesome.
Great to have you.
Let's go.
Thank you, guys.
By the way, the celebration not over. Alyssa's going to come back. Stick around for the 3rd hour as well.
All right, Mr. Roker, how about a check of the weather?
All right, guys, let's show you. We've got some warmth to talk about. 10 to 20 degrees above average throughout much of the western half of the country, down through the southeast as well. We are looking at records possible for Denver today. Albuquerque, Tyler, Texas, coming close. Galveston, Meridian, we're looking at temperatures into the 80s. Tomorrow, more of the same. Huntsville, you're going to be near your record of 78. Tulsa, you may break your record of 82. Laredo, Texas, 95. You're going to be within a few degrees of that. And look at these temperatures going into the weekend. You've got 80s and 90s. Springfield, Missouri, temperatures in the mid 70s. And here in the Northeast, temperatures are going to start to get a lot more mild. Baltimore by Thursday, 71 degrees. Upper 70s in Charleston. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. And that's your latest weather, guys.
Isn't it fun?
This is just pure joy.
The song that you mentioned?
Yeah.
Simple Plan's Fire in My Heart?
Yeah, we're going to play it. This is it.
Is that your earworm?
It's so fun.
That's not it.
No, but
Very close.
What is your song?
I don't remember the artist, but it is fire. It's Fire in My Heart. I'm
By somebody else?
By somebody else.
All right, got it.
That's the name of the group, by somebody else.
All right.
But it was that one.
We love you,
That was an
Alyssa.
expensive mistake.
All right. Looking forward to Pop Star. Meantime, I Spy Jenna.
Hi, guys. Coming up on this morning's Boost, a sweet surprise that's going to put a smile on your face, an unforgettable version of Happy Birthday. Right after this.
That's not the right song. That's not it.
Mom,
That's not the right song. All right, 7:50 now this Monday morning. Miss Jenna Bush Hager here with the Boost to start the week.
All right, shall we boost it?
Yes.
Okay, get ready to grab your Kleenex. 2 parents just shared the sweet moment when their friends and family learned sign language, all to wish their deaf son a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Austin. Happy birthday to you.
Sweet.
That's so sweet.
Well done. Well done, friends and family.
Sweet. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks, Jenna. Coming up, Hollywood's biggest stars under one roof, celebrating the best of movies and TV. We're going to bring you all the big winners and touching moments from the Actor Awards, formerly the SAG Awards. But first, quick check your local news weather and these messages.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, tensions rising. New strikes across the Middle East overnight. Dramatic video showing an American jet plummeting from the sky in what the military is calling a friendly fire incident. As the Pentagon reveals it's hit more than 1,000 targets inside Iran with no end in sight.
This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it.
We're live in the region just ahead. And something old, something new. We are going to introduce you to a special couple whose wedding plans went off with just one small hitch.
And as much as I want to deliver this speech down in Mexico, I'm so thrilled to be standing here to welcome you all to our wedding weekend here in Chicago.
How they planned the ceremony from scratch after their destination wedding was canceled with a little help from Sweet Home Chicago. All that plus SNL scores.
Oh, I hope some hockey players watched it.
Harry performs in Styles. and a night at the Actor Awards.
Well, I'm here to receive a prize for being alive.
All the highlights coming right up in Pop Star today, Monday, March 2nd, 2026.
Hi to our hometown, Homewood, Alabama. We love you, Lindsay. Girls Trip from Medford, Oregon to the Today Show.
Hi, Mom and Dad, back home in Texas. Hello, Pearson, Florida.
And Pearland, Texas.
From Huntington Beach, California. Today is Quinley's birthday. And Mom. Good morning, Tri-Deltas from Indiana and North Carolina. Good morning, Grammy and Boo.
Back in Memphis, Tennessee.
We love you. We're celebrating a milestone.
After nearly 3 decades in education,
Today is our first day of retirement.
And happy retirement to you. Welcome back to today. So appreciate you starting your Monday with us. So appreciate you starting your week with us. Hoda is with us this morning while Savannah remains with her family. Lots to get to. Let's start with your news at 8 o'clock. We're going to begin with that breaking news in the Middle East. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth just wrapping up a briefing at the Pentagon, laying out the administration's reasoning for striking Iran. Meanwhile, Tehran hitting back, launching new attacks across the region, drawing more nations into the fight. Let's get the very latest from NBC's Keir Simmons. He is in neighboring Dubai. Keir, good morning.
Craig, good morning to you. In that Pentagon briefing just a few moments ago, the Secretary of Defense saying that President Trump decided to launch these strikes on Friday afternoon. He set out the goals, saying the aims are to destroy Iran's missiles, its missile production capability, its navy, and he said what remains of its nuclear program. And despite America and Israel launching these strikes on Saturday morning, Secretary Hegseth said, "We didn't start this war." This morning, the fallout spreading across the Middle East after US and Israeli strikes took out much of Iran's leadership, including Ayatollah Khamenei, over the weekend.
We're hitting them surgically, overwhelmingly, and unapologetically.
Iran responding with attacks in multiple countries. In Kuwait, 3 American warplanes crashing after being mistakenly hit by Kuwaiti friendly fire. According to the US military, all 6 crew members ejected safely and are in stable condition. And Kuwait also, where US service members were killed in an Iranian strike. This morning, the US announcing 4 Americans in total had passed away. President Trump speaking about casualties yesterday.
Sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
And throughout the region, civilians also on edge.
Oh my God.
Despite claiming it's only hitting military bases, Iran has struck airports and other targets. This the moment a tourist hotel was hit in upscale Dubai.
And I just heard this really loud bang, and as we drove past it, it was just a bunch of flames coming out of the entrance of the hotel.
Alex Bouquet, who runs an American firm, fled to an Airbnb in the desert.
We really feel safe in the UAE, but at that point, that just felt a little bit too close for comfort.
Sarah Metty from Tennessee is here for her 20th wedding anniversary. Here, munitions explode outside their hotel. This is a missile being intercepted right outside the hotel.
Right out there.
That's just outside there. What are you thinking when you're filming this?
That I've got to be in a dream. This can't be real.
The Gulf is a critical hub for the world's commercial airlines. Thousands of flights have been cancelled so far. Iran's objective in all this, to pressure its neighbours to tell Washington, call off the war.
Keir, you just heard that Pentagon briefing there. You've covered a number of international conflicts. How long do we think all of this could go on? How long could it last?
Well, Craig, Secretary Hegseth just saying in that briefing that this will not be an endless war, though saying that America should prepare itself for more casualties. Certainly, I will tell you, here in Dubai, it is quiet, apart from the occasional sound of fighter jets overhead after a weekend of hundreds of drones and missiles intercepted. My family having to shelter in place. It's likely, Craig, to be days, possibly weeks, maybe longer, but certainly the implications of all of this that will last years. Craig.
Our Chief International Correspondent Keir Simmons for us there. Keir, thank you.
The search is on this morning for the gunman who opened fire at a music venue in Cincinnati early Sunday morning. Police say there were at least 500 people at the Riverfront Live at the time of the shooting. 9 people suffered gunshot wounds and were taken to the hospital. No word yet on a possible suspect or what may have led to that shooting.
Jury selection is set for today in the long-awaited Live Nation antitrust trial. Proceedings getting underway 2 years after the Justice Department filed a lawsuit seeking to break up Live Nation and Ticketmaster. It alleges the companies hold an unfair competitive advantage in the live entertainment business. Live Nation denies any wrongdoing, calling the claims baseless. Opening statements are expected to start as early as tomorrow.
Now to a dramatic rescue in East Texas this weekend. Check this out. A hot air balloon with 2 people on board hit a cell phone tower and they got stuck.
Yikes.
This happened above the city of Longview. Rescue crews responded. They climbed up that cell tower, pulled the occupants from the basket one by one.
Wow.
This was all happening nearly 1,000 feet into the air. Thankfully, nobody was hurt in that.
That'll probably be the last time they get in a hot air balloon. We're back now, 8:12, with a look at how a community really came together to save one couple's special day. Katie and Robbie Morse are college sweethearts who were supposed to tie the knot in Guadalajara, Mexico on Friday. But when violence erupted in parts of the country, they had to cancel.
Okay, so they were disappointed. Katie and Robbie were also, though, very determined. So they set off to plan a wedding from scratch in their hometown of Chicago in just a matter of days. So we're going to talk to them in just a moment. But first, a little more on their story. Katie and Robbie Morris's beautiful and spectacular wedding in Chicago, Illinois, was not the thoughtfully planned out wedding they had envisioned for months.
And as much as I want to deliver this speech down in Mexico, I'm so thrilled to be standing here a block away from Katie and I's apartment to welcome you all to our wedding weekend here in Chicago.
The couple was supposed to get married in Guadalajara, Mexico. But less than a week before their planned nuptials, violence broke out in the region after a Mexican cartel leader was killed. With safety in mind, Katie and Robbie made the difficult decision to cancel their dream wedding in Mexico.
We realized that Guadalajara at this time is not going to be a safe place for us to bring 150 of our guests that we're planning to travel.
Determined to still tie the knot on their original wedding date, the couple embarked on the ambitious plan of pulling the event together in just 4 days on a shoestring budget.
We really just need your help.
With their post generating thousands of likes and shares and at least 1.7 million views. The wedding scramble was off to the races, the couple searching for a venue, caterer, and more, but with no time to spare. And vendors in their hometown answered the call.
This is one of those weddings that I will always remember.
Moved by the couple's story, Chicago wedding photographer Natalie Hurley wanted to help out free of charge.
I was hoping to capture those emotions for them. I was hoping to capture their family, their friends, and all the people that were still able to celebrate them on their special day.
Okay, best wedding ever. We are delighted to have the newlyweds joining us. Katie and Robbie, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I'm just so astonished by what you guys were able to pull off. Are you guys floating right now, still on cloud 9 after that ceremony?
Have been all week. Barely slept, but just like on cloud 9.
What was your favorite part of your wedding?
Oh my gosh. I think I'd have to say our ceremony. It was as special as we imagined it, whether it was Mexico or whether it was here in Chicago. We had 150 of our family members and friends show up for us. And
so much love in the room. I mean, it was amazing. Her aunt was our officiant, and she did incredible. It was just so special.
And by the way, like the story of a lifetime you have, too. When you posted that video, to be clear, no venue, no DJ, no nothing.
No.
What were you expecting to happen when you posted the video?
I mean, honestly, we've been planning a wedding in Mexico for a year, so we didn't know much about the wedding community in Chicago, and so it truly was just like, who's available, what's out there. I mean, it's in 4 days. We really wanted to stick with our date that we had planned, and I could never have imagined the outpour of love and support that came our way.
You know what I love about you guys? In the video, you talked about how you guys needed help, but I loved how you were about the vendors there, because you know they're going through it in Guadalajara, and you weren't all about, oh, poor us. You were like, you were reaching out to them too.
100%. That was what we did first, was immediately call our friends and vendors that we've really made great relationships through that process of a year of planning, and check on them, see how they were first, see what was really going on there. And I think just at that point, there was just so much uncertainty in that moment. So we decided to pivot and try and put something together in just a few days. We said challenge accepted.
Yeah.
By the way, big shout outs to moms.
Oh.
To Jackie and Michelle. They're watching right now. They're watching from home.
Should we say hi to them?
We're saying hi. Hi, Mom. Oh, that's my grandma as well. Hi, Nani.
Hi, Nani.
Oh,
You say that you couldn't have pulled it off without them.
Absolutely not. I mean, they were our rocks. We got the news. We started a breakdown. You know, we took turns, but they held us up throughout the entire week.
I mean, you guys are part of an awesome city, but did you know how awesome Chicago was until this moment?
Absolutely not. I mean, we love Chicago so much, but like I said, the outpour of love that we received for people who don't know us, but just like can relate to a story like this, was just overwhelming.
It really was. I mean, they say it takes a village, but it really took a city for us, and Chicago's our home. And so we're so proud to be Chicagoans and to have the community wrap their arms around us.
Was there a point during the wedding where you look around and you're like, I can't believe we did this. I can't believe I'm getting married. I can't believe we pulled this off in like 96 hours.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of advice from people to just like take a second, look at the room, and we did just that. We looked back, and with the dance floor filled with everybody, everybody's laughing, just so much love in the room, and that's truly all we wanted at the end of the day. Like I said, whether it was Mexico or Chicago, it stripped away all the fluff of the wedding planning and all the details. It really was about celebrating Robbie and I, and that's exactly what our people showed up to do.
Are y'all gonna chill, take a honeymoon, relax,
We
enjoy?
are. So our bags are packed. We're headed to the airport
now.
After this.
Oh, good.
Yes.
We're going to Mexico. We've talked to people. Things are really getting back to normal there and safe. We love it there.
Yeah.
We're excited to get some sun and relax and decompress.
God knows you've earned it. Is there one thing you want to say before we let you get out of here to the folks who helped you pull off this thing?
Thank you to our vendors. You guys are incredible. We have everyone listed on our Instagram page, so go to Simmertime Shy on Instagram, and they're incredible. So I think you have a message to Chicago brides or Guadalajara brides.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many recommendations, so many wonderful people who stepped in. Local businesses as big as, Don Julio wanted to offer us.
Okay.
Some
Help us out.
Guinness.
All right. The Alston, our amazing vendor, our amazing venue, VR Inspirations, who brought our vision to life, our new vision. Everyone was just so incredible and adaptive.
I think what this story does, especially in this moment when there's a lot of bad stuff, it makes you realize people are good in their souls. They help out strangers. They did it for you guys to give you this wonderful moment.
So wonderful.
Y'all won't forget, neither will we now.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Enjoy the honeymoon and
Thank you guys.
happily ever after.
Thank you.
Buddy, best time of the morning.
All right, it's time for Pop Start, now brought to you by Don Julio. I'm told. I mean, if I
You wish.
wish it into existence. Where are we, guys? Okay, there we are. Hi, first up, the Actor Awards. Last night, Netflix airing the newly named show. You knew it as the Screen Actors Guild Awards. It was packed with stars. Sinners, by the way, walked away with one of the big categories, outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture. Big kudos to them. But a tender moment came from comedian Seth Rogen, who accepted an award on behalf of his late studio co-star, Catherine O'Hara. Take a look.
If you have people in your lives that don't know her work, if they're kids in your lives or just people who are out of touch or stupid or something, just show them O'Hara dancing to Harry Belafonte in Beetlejuice. Show them O'Hara hurting her knee in Best in Show and doing that amazing thing where she hobbles around. And tell the people as they are laughing that that's Catherine O'Hara, and we were lucky that we got to live in a world where she so generally shared her talents with us. Thank you.
Oh, that was very
That's so
nice.
sweet.
There was also a night of reunions courtesy of the cast of The Office. Some of the show's leading ladies hit the stage to poke fun at how sitcoms don't necessarily have to deal with too many episodes these days.
We are women who survived 22 episode seasons. Yes. That's 22.
There were no short orders.
Yeah, you didn't plan a season around a pregnancy. Yeah, you just gave birth on camera and named the baby after a grip. And then you came.
And here's one more highlight that we loved. Hollywood icon Harrison Ford walked away with the Lifetime Achievement Trophy, joking about the meaning behind the award.
I'm in a room of actors, many of whom are here because they've been nominated to receive a prize for their amazing work. Well, I'm here to receive a prize for being alive. That said, it is a little weird to be getting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the half point of my career.
His demeanor sets up the humor very well.
He's
doesn't it?
very hilarious.
Congrats to him. Next up, Harry Styles. Cue the music over the weekend. The Grammy winner brought his new music to the Brit Awards, and it wasn't the vocals people were talking about, but these dance moves. Take a look.
Look how good it is. Gosh.
You love that, Jenna?
I mean,
Janelle, do you love that?
like that.
I love that move.
You love
Do you
that.
like
Jenna
it?
got it.
You know that flowy thing that's always at like car dealerships?
Yes.
That's how it looks.
Yeah, like the little blow up thing.
Car dealers?
He can do it all.
Harry's new album, by the way, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, is out on Friday, and he'll be the host and the musical guest on SNL next weekend. But this past weekend, speaking of SNL, we had the heated rivalry star Connor Story hosting, and he brought out some real-life hockey stars, giving both the U.S. men's and women's gold medal winning teams a moment in the spotlight. Let's take a look.
And it's so cool that we're all here.
It was gonna be just us, but we thought we'd invite the guys too.
I mean, both of your teams just won the gold.
Thanks. The last time the men did that was 46 years ago.
And the last time we did that was 2 whole Olympics ago.
Touche.
So cute.
So good.
What do you think Jack's gonna get that tooth fixed?
I don't know.
I'm like,
Never.
I would have gone
Never.
straight to the dentist. I have actually lost a tooth. And
I know.
Oh, I remember.
I hope he does get a gold, though. Makes sense. The gold winning.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Next up, Paralympics. We've got a special pop start sneak peek at the roster. We're going to start with Oksana Masters, the 19-time Para-Nordic skiing medalist, headlines the squad. She'll be joined by fellow 7-time Paralympian Para-Nordic athlete Aaron Pike, who also just happens to be Masters' fiance.
Wow.
Side note there. And the youngest in the bunch, that is 16-year-old para-alpine skier Meg Gustafsson. So we'll be cheering them all on Team USA for 9 days of that competition. It starts Saturday, March 7th. Always great to watch Paralympics. Next up, we got The Voice. Part 2 of the blind auditions airs tonight, but, you know, I really wanted to show you just a little bit of a sneak peek of a performance that made, I think, every coach want to turn their chair. I mean, you know right away,
So
right?
good.
Mrs.
Right
Hoda
there.
would have turned her chair
Right there.
on note number 1.
Yeah.
That's it. Note 1.
That's Mike Steele, very talented guy from Mississippi, and Mike kills it. Obviously, one chair turned. If you want to watch out, you got to watch tonight, Hoda.
That's a tease.
You got to tease tonight on The Voice, Battle of Champions. And see where Mr. Steele ends up. And finally, Duncan. Have you guys seen the new big cups?
No.
They're not even cups. They're like buckets.
New England in a freaking bucket. I love it. Listen to that. It's the most satisfying swirl. It's a whole new level.
This is so America. Look at this.
This is so America.
I'm surprised we have these because they're sold out.
What do you-
We must have found
Oh,
some.
my
They're going to be trying to
word.
get more in stores, but keep an eye out. Also,
Wow.
this is giant.
I think you can buy a share. You share.
What is this? It tastes
I
like
don't think
chocolate
we
milk.
share.
They're dropping a spring menu on Wednesday. There's a banana beverage lineup.
Back now with Read More Today as we celebrate Read Across America Day. So we have invited a group of amazing school librarians to join us this morning to recognize their dedication to students and the love of reading. And one of those superstars has gone viral because she's done some incredible work. Right, Jenna?
Yes, she is. We are here with Mrs. Jen Miller, a library media specialist from North Carolina who is changing the game by spreading library love far beyond her school. And she's just getting started. This North Carolina middle school has one unconventional character in its library.
Stop scrolling, it's time to play the book return game.
A social media star.
Let's see what's in this book return today.
Librarian Jen Miller began sharing her daily duties on social media as a way to show a different side of her job. Really, we're just going to work with you. We're spending the day in your library.
I try to take something that might be mundane in the library and make it a little bit more fun.
The strategy worked. Not only has she earned some cool points from her students, but along the way, she's formed a massive online community. With over 1 million followers and over 600 million views, people can't get enough as Mrs. Miller checks in.
On time.
Stocks and repairs books.
It's another wobbler. A lot of people have told me that they've gone to the library for the first time since they were in school, all because we play fun little library games.
But her online stardom unintentionally led to another movement. Her growing fan base generously donating books, hundreds, then thousands. So she decided to pay it forward. You've started this thing called Book Blitzes.
I can't possibly take all of these books. I want to get it into the hands of readers everywhere. And so with Book Blitzes, sometimes we just surprise libraries.
Librarians from deserving schools getting blitzed with an unexpected delivery. Like Charity Meyer, who runs the library at High Point Central High School in Guilford County, North Carolina.
I get another call from the front office. You have some boxes. Jen and her followers had opened their hearts to us.
Can you estimate how many books through your Book Blitzes you've donated?
Tens of thousands of books. I'm on a mission and I'm going to keep riding this library love wave as far as it takes me to get as many books to readers as I can.
Oh,
So
we
cute.
love this.
Love it.
Mrs. Miller, you have started this incredible movement, getting books into the hands of as many librarians and readers as possible. What has this been like?
It has been such a blessing because I never planned for any of this, and just the community that I've curated on social media is really who is doing this. I'm the facilitator. All of that love is coming from them. I feel like I'm a book hub, and I just want to get the books out to everyone that I possibly can because it's all about kids having books in their hands.
You've gone viral. It's so amazing. All these awesome librarians are here. So we thought, what could be something cool that we could do for all the librarians? So we have a special message from another librarian who I think you guys might know. Take a look.
Greetings to my fellow librarians gathered on the Today Show Plaza and all around the country. Happy Read Across America Day. Being a librarian requires hard work, patience, creativity, and fun. Each day, you help your students fall in love with reading, and we know that young readers make future leaders. Thank you for sharing your passion for books and for opening your doors to a world of learning. Happy reading.
You guys, everything you do is more important than ever. We love y'all. Y'all are the pillars of your community, of your schools. You are changing the lives of so many. So thank you. I know we want to cry.
What was it like to hear from Mrs. Bush? She's got a mic.
She has a mic.
You got one? What was it like to hear from Mrs. Bush?
It was amazing. Like, your words really inspire us, and thank you for just recognizing us today.
Oh, well, we adore you, and it's not enough. You have started a movement, but we want to make sure that we get books to all of you, too. So thank you for starting a movement, and thank y'all all for being here. And thank you to Scholastic, because thanks to Scholastic is providing a lot of books for all of you.
Yeah.
Yes. And there they are. Those are all going to go home. It's over 100 books, diverse books for each of your libraries. So we hope you can inspire some future and current readers.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
We love y'all. Happy reading.
Happy reading. We love you, Miss Miller. Thank you. We are back 8:42 with our friend Jamie Lee Curtis. Our friend. Just our friend. Jamie's an actress, an author, a producer, an activist. Her work spans generations. And now Jamie Lee Curtis is here to chat about her latest product, project. It's called Scarpetta. It's a forensic crime thriller based on Patricia Cornwell's best-selling book series, Kay Scarpetta. Nicole Kidman is playing Kay. Jamie is Kay's sister, Dorothy. Jamie also serves as executive producer on the series, and we're so excited to have her here with us.
Good morning.
I love you.
I love you too.
And I just want to say one of my favorite things just happened a moment ago, which is behind the scenes, we have all these librarians here, and all I see is this girl with two pom-poms named Jamie Lee Curtis cheering for all those librarians.
Because librarians,
yes.
you know, I write books for children.
Yes.
Libraries are the portal.
Yes.
They're still the portal
Yes.
for people to get books in their hands, and thank God for librarians.
But you know what? It struck me when I saw you. You were actually standing in the back there, and no one could see you, and you were cheering them on. And I thought that's what you do. You are the cheerleader for all of us. So we're happy you're here. And
happy to be here.
Let me cheer you on for Scarpetta because number one, I love these books.
Of course.
Everyone did.
Well, of course I did too.
Okay.
And I looked up in my emails this morning, it was January 28th, 2021, when I wrote to Jason Blum, my partner, and said that Patricia Cornwell's books were available, and no one has ever brought them to the screen yet. After 30 years of writing books, they've never come to the screen.
Wow. So you knew that you wanted to bring that to the screen.
I wanted to be a producer for a very long time. As you know, I have a little company.
Of course.
And when I turned 60, I woke up one day and thought, if not now, when? If not me, who? I have stuff to do. I better do it and take myself seriously. And since then, I've produced the movie The Lost Bus.
Of course.
I have produced Scarpetta, starring Nicole Kidman.
Well, how did that? Okay, so you were going to be a producer, obviously, and then
I was never going to be in the show.
You were not going to be in it.
I was going to be a producer.
Okay.
I was going to be like you have producers, not in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman was approached, and I think because she saw that I was the producer, her assumption was that I was going to be in the show.
Right.
And there was a moment where she called and said, "And you're going to be in the show,
You're gonna be in
right?"
it. Yeah.
And then it was like, Yes, Queen. Yes.
I will. So,
of course I'm going to be in the show with you, Nicole Kidman.
Have you worked with her before?
I barely knew her.
Wait, what?
I had barely known her. And so, of course, she's such an incredible talent. And I went back to Patricia and Liz Sarnoff, our showrunner, and I was like, what am I going to play, guys?
What can I do?
And it turned out that there was Dorothy Farinelli. Is, Scarpetta is a medical examiner.
Yes.
She's cool. She's thoughtful. She's incredibly smart. And Dorothy is her slutty, man-eater, hence the nails, kind of aggressive sister. So Nicole and I have this fantastic dynamic. We have a physical fight in the first episode, and she's on the thinner side.
Yeah, she seems like you
that
can just
woman.
flick her over.
You cannot flick her. She is a formidable force. She is a fantastic. I mean, she's Nicole Kidman.
I love your relationships with people. What's your relationship off camera with Nicole?
Well, she lives in Nashville and she is a mom of two teenage girls. So I don't get to see the people like you.
Yeah.
They're people that you meet with, that you collaborate with, and you have these experiences. Daniel Radcliffe is coming. Daniel Radcliffe played my son.
Is that
in
when all
the Taylor?
hugging?
Yes,
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Okay, wait a second.
I've been telling them.
Okay,
Put us on TV together.
You guys have been hugging, and everyone's like, "What's the connection?"
I haven't seen Daniel since. How old were you?
10.
He was 10.
What?
In the Taylor of Panama, and there was a moment. Oh, there we are. There we are. Well, I'm not.
No, you're not. Oh, you're in the hammock. You're in the hammock.
I'm in the hammock in a bathing suit. Don't even remind me. I had to wear a bathing suit in the Taylor of Panama. But there's Daniel in the Taylor of Panama, and what I remember was, and I just told Daniel this story.
What?
We were in the swimming pool. Daniel had to wear a fake tan because he was very pale, and we were supposed to live in Panama.
So much has changed.
And all the kids were in the pool. He couldn't go in the pool because he had a fake tan. And I remember he was sitting by the pool, and I looked up at him at one point, and I went, wait, you look like that kid who was on the cover of that book. And it was before he had been cast, and his mom's a casting director. And she said, yes, they've already called us, but was it too big of a commitment?
It was at that point. It was to sign on for 7 films. I don't think I knew about it at this point. I think my mum was probably looking at you like, no, don't mention it to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was long before I was cast. But I think about 6 months later they changed the.
And
see what happens.
Since then,
yeah, tell me.
he's not only done that, but now he's doing this work, this new work. And so he reminds me of Michelle Williams, people who are committed to the art of what they do. She was on Dawson's Creek. Now she's in that fantastic show, Dying for Sex. Daniel's now on Broadway, singing, dancing, doing monologues, doing something very important.
Do you see, can I just say something about Jamie? This was Jamie's segment. You have a segment coming up.
And this talk about your show.
I know.
Everybody watch Scarpetta.
Watch Scarpetta. Done. Okay, now, but this is my
Can I
favorite
hug
part
you?
of her. I'm going to hug her. Here. This is a woman that needs a hug right now. We all need a hug. The Today Show family, we're hugging.
Hey.
We are here with all of you.
We love you.
I really don't know why they chose me, but I'm glad they did.
You know what? We're all glad that they did. That was a very young Daniel Radcliffe, the very first time he was here today, talking about that little role in Harry Potter. 25 years later, he is traded in as Juan for a slapstick comedy opposite Tracy Morgan in NBC's hilarious news show, The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. So Dan plays Arthur Tobin. He's a documentarian who's hired to capture the comeback story of a disgraced former football star. Here's a peek at tonight's new episode.
I think that the reason you don't leave the house or go to Carmelo's matches or go to the mall to meet Lightning McQueen, even though you clearly wanted to.
I ain't go because Cars 3 was a cash grab.
Reggie, I think you're afraid to face the outside world.
Mr. Radcliffe, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me, as always.
Welcome back. First of all, I mean, can you believe it's been 25 years?
I mean, yeah, I've seen a couple of clips of me at various young ages already on the show today, and it is, I just feel so old.
No, you're not.
But thank you for having me. Yeah, no, it's great. God, yes, it's crazy.
Aging very well, aging very well.
So far.
Let's talk about this new show because it's pretty doggone funny.
Thank
Tracy
you.
was here last week talking about it. First of all, what's it like working with Tracy Morgan? Because every time I'm around him, he's a bit of a force of nature.
100%. Yeah, he is. He is a force of nature. Working with Tracy is what you would expect it to be, in that he's going to say like 4 or 5 of the craziest things that you've ever heard a human being say. But he's also like one of the funniest people on the planet. He's really generous and kind and like actually very, very sweet. And yeah, he comes to set blasting a boombox in the middle of the day and just like gets everybody like up to that energy level. It's awesome. I'm very, very lucky to be working with Trey.
Last time I think I saw you and Tracy both was at that Knicks game. And that was your very first pro basketball game.
It was my first basketball game I'd ever been to. I went with Tracy, which I really, it's kind of ruined me forever going to another basketball game because Tracy's kind of like the mayor of MSG. Like, he just knows everyone. And like, yeah, it was great. He kept shouting at LeBron James and telling me that he was going to get LeBron to give me his shoes. And I was like, please don't ask him that. I'm sure he doesn't want to do that. But it was fun.
Yeah, he gets great seats too.
Yes, he does.
And to be fair, Tracy has been going to Knicks games since before he was Tracy Morgan.
There is nothing like Tracy is a true fan. I feel like he goes to like 30 home games a year at least.
This show, by the way, it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Thank you. It's always nice to come out with that bit of press before the rating goes down. But right now we are at 100%, I think. So yeah, which is lovely. It's a great fun. It's a brilliantly funny show. It's written by Robert Carlock and Sam Means and our incredible writing team, who are all, it's from and Tina Fey is producing. So it's very much in the vein of 30 Rock and which I grew up watching. So to now be working on something with all of those guys is so surreal and so cool.
I mean, we're talking about Tracy, but I mean the entire cast. I mean, Erica Alexander as
Erica
well.
Alexander, Bobby Moynihan, Precious Way, Jalen Hall. Like it's
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, it comes into a couple of episodes, which we were amazingly lucky to have her come in our first series. And she was like so professional and like game to come in and play and have fun. It was awesome. So yeah, it's a great cast and a very, very funny show.
We always enjoy when you stop by. We especially enjoy it when you stop by this early and you have Broadway at night.
Yes, I do have a show tonight. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a long day, but if you come tonight, it'll still be a great show.
Tell people Every Brilliant Thing is the title for folks who might come to New York City. It's a very non-traditional show. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's something different. So it's essentially a monologue, but with a lot of audience participation. So it's billed as a one-man show, but really, if you come see the show, you'll see that kind of you in the audience help me make the show every night, including 5 people who, when they come into the theatre, don't know this, but will end up playing parts with me in the show every night from the audience. So it's fun.
You're on Broadway. You're hanging out at Knicks games. Does it feel like you're rearing an American child?
I'm absolutely rearing an American child. He has a little accent.
How would you describe the accent?
Oh, bizarre. It's right now he is really split down the middle between English and American, and I don't think of him as having an accent, and then I hear him next to an American kid, I'm like, oh no, you've got a weird little voice. You talk in a very specific way, but it's really cute. And eventually he will be fully American, but I think like he said, he says trousers now still. So there's a few Britishisms that are getting in there.
Well, you want to keep the British in him a little bit.
It's cute for a bit, we'll see.
Daniel Radcliffe, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, as always. Thank you.
See you at the Knicks game soon.
Yes.
Again, it's called The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. A new episode airs tonight at 8:30 on NBC. Again, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, by the way, those episodes always, of course, stream next day on Peacock. Daniel's co-star, Erica Alexander, is going to join Chanel and Jenna coming up. Third hour, Jamie Lee Curtis is co-star in Scarpetta. Actor Simon Baker is going to be with us. But first, your local news and weather.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.